Also, too, I got to upload my pictures too, which I literally forgot to do. So, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is BlackSeriesEdition.com. Sorry, Black Series Edition LLC and .com. Anyway, and our second company is the exotic screen paint collection, which we're working on right now. And soon we're going to have our advanced ambient rejection black edge screen paints for our distributorship company. Ooh, man. All right, so if you're not familiar with the blacklist is, blacklist is something we set up on our site. We have quite a few fake knockoff projectors on here. Not only just this individual who's been scamming people, but we have quite a bit of knockoff projectors on here. These are companies that were scamming customers, claiming their projectors to be something that they're not. High-end projectors, the big boys, the black and white paint 2.0 scam. This is the Metallica mix, how to make it, and so forth. These are all Jamie's scams right here. It has more scams on here than anyone else we have posted to the site. Right here, this is Solid Wake 5. This is a fellow who literally got caught on YouTube with fake receipts. He had fake receipts. Oh, forgot, court date coming up for you soon, buddy. Real soon. I don't even need a lawyer for that one. We have so much evidence against these guys. We don't even need lawyers. When we do need a lawyer for the slandering for the copyrights. We do need that lawyer for that one. That's a different trial. But anyway, for this right here, this is an easy trial. So this is a fellow by the name of Solid Wake 5 who got caught with fake receipts, fake emails, fake unboxing. It was pretty sad, very, very pitiful. And also too, in these demonstrations, you will see him trying to remove the evidence off his account. Also took his picture right next to the receipts, which is interesting. This is the mail fraud, which now we're going to actually start that one up again on Tuesday. I got to find the paperwork and go on and finish filling out the rest of the needed applications for that to get that one started again. Because I did try to give the person the opportunity to back down, but he didn't refuse to, so he doesn't care. So we'll just go right on ahead and file it. He'll figure it out. But we got 3 years to file. And this right here is where Jamie committed mail fraud. Try to give you the benefit of the doubt. I really did. Tuesday morning, I go back to the courthouse again, and we start the process for that because I have to mail out some documents to the United States Postal Office, which isn't too far from me, which I'm going to go right over there too and pop over, present all the information. We already filled out the rest of the forms. Tuesday, I filled the rest of those forms. I got 2 copies of some, one to the post office, and the other one goes to some kind of what do you call it, investment unit, or what do you call it? We showed you what they look like. But anyway, I'm going to go follow through now. There's your evidence right there. Before I go and I take anything to court, I run it past an attorney first. If the attorney says, no, we have no evidence, then we don't take it to court. There's no point in wasting my time, their time, and money at the end of the day for something that we don't have enough evidence on. So again, I understand you want to send me emails telling me that, hey, look, you don't know this, know that. I'm not stupid, you dummy. I have an attorney. So before I take anything to court, I run it past him first. And if he says, well, guess what? You don't have enough evidence here. You can't take this to court. It's not going to court. But if he tells me I can take the court and I have enough evidence, then guess what? It's going to court. And I'm not going to announce something on YouTube unless I have enough evidence to back it up. You should know that who I am by now. I've always been that way. If I'm going to say someone's a scammer, I'm going to show you proof that they're a scammer. And if I'm going to say my product can do this and that and the other, I'm going to show proof of it. I have a reputation for doing that. So if I tell you that I can take you to court and sue you for this, you bet your bottom dollar I can. I'm not stupid. That's why I pay for the attorney. So I can give stuff to him and say, hey, look, can I do this? Can I do that? And if he says, no, you can't do this, then I can't do it. And if he says, yes, you can, yes, you can. So what you did was called slandered. I can sue you for it. Now, you can sit there and say, well, I'm going to get a lawyer and I can sue you for the same thing. No, you can't. Because there's evidence showing that you committed fraud. You have missing videos. You have products matching house paint on camera. And then it shows you trying to sell these products even knowing these events took place. You can turn around and be slapped with a fraud lawsuit. There you go. Now you're going to have to prove. I can prove in court that your product is house paint. Anybody can. You did it yourself on the video. You literally just did it yourself. So really, you don't have a leg to stand on. But me, on the other hand, yeah, you're going to have to prove that my product came looking that way. Like I said, I always bring enough evidence in court. And one of the key issues that I bring, one of the key things I bring in court is my receipts. Do you know that the 2.0 doesn't have one return? I have a PayPal transaction, all my sales under 2.0, and there is not one return on that product. Now, if my product came out looking anything like yours in the video, I would have a massive amount of returns, including customers yelling and screaming, YouTube videos, this. No, it's only you guys, nobody else. That's another thing that's going to seal your fate in court. See, this is what I'm talking about. When I go to court, I can back things up and always make sure before I bring anything before a judge that I go to an attorney first and give this information to him. He looks over it. He'll contact me and says, nope, you don't have enough information here. You have to find something else before we take this to court. There you go. Now you understand how the real world works. So I'll see you in court. You're going to first pay me 10 grand because that's what the batch number is for. Keep in mind, I can go to the judge and I can clearly show him the product that was tested before you ever received it. I can also show him a customer who show demonstrations of the product working perfectly fine. I can show testimonies of people talking about how much they like the product. And more importantly, I can show my PayPal receipts showing 0 returns on that product. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah, you can go to PayPal and get a detailed receipt on any transaction you want. I also have your transaction receipt. I have your receipt on file showing that you went in and you purchased this item, where it was shipped to, and you signed for it because I had it sent by signature confirm, just in case if I had to take you to court. So I have your name on a document showing you did receive it from us. There you go. You don't think things through. So you're going to pay me 10 grand. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be an open and shut case. It's really fast. Now, keep in mind, if I were you, keep your eyes someplace else. You're in a different neck of the woods now. You understand? Okay. Now, let me get on with this. Get this done. I got things to take care of. And Monday morning, I have to go file for this. Now, as for what's going on with the fraud charges, that's between you and the government. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just filing. That's it. Jamie got caught. As you see these videos right here, we got him on 2 accounts of mail fraud. One here, we've recorded the shopping cart transaction and showing you shipped in a completely different product that you don't even make at the end of the day. That's considered to be mail fraud, Jamie. You used the United States Postal Service to commit fraud. We also have a transcript from PayPal where they stated that you lost a claim due to fraud. That's not going to help you. Second claim we have here, you even signed your name to the package. You remember doing that? Signing your name to the package, Crow Best of the Best. You put your label all over this. We have another one where you shipped this black paint. You also lost that claim with PayPal for fraud. So, yeah, and you know what that carries. I already told you from the door. The reason why I hesitated not following through on that law, on taking care of that, because I literally tried to give the guy a chance. Because that's a very serious charge, an extremely serious charge. And before I decided to take that and follow that, I went to 2 friends of mine who work for the United States Postal Service, presented the evidence to them, and asked them if I had enough evidence to follow through, and they said, yes, you do. I have everything needed to follow through. That's going to carry a sentence of anywhere from 20 to 30 years per offense, and fines up to $1 million. It's a very serious charge. But this is why I tell you, do not send fake and faulty products through the mail. You don't do that. That's why we have batch numbers, because if anyone decides to go in and make claim that our products are doing this, that, and the other, we can go to court and we can back our products. They work. All right, let me see what I need to grab for this right here. I need to grab, this one's for, this is the Sherwin Williams. This one right here is showing for, right, did we get this one already? This is recording a shopping cart. We need this one for the recording of the shopping cart. So I need to grab this one. let's see. Videos. Live. Let me do this live. We do this all live, right? Those are live. Yeah. I need, let's see. So for the lawsuit. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see. That's for the account. This is Sherwin Williams. Where's the one up right here? Let's see. Scamming from his customers. This is showing the shopping cart for inside of the product. Let me see. Here we go. Make sure we got the right one. Pro CINEMAX. Yep, that's it right there. That's the one we need to put on there. You can't get mad at anybody else but yourself. You did this to yourself. No one told you to go out there and scam your customers. All right, see, this right here is for the shopping cart for the CINEMAX, Sherwin Williams CINEMAX. Here we go. This is for this. No, this is for the website. That's for the website. That's for the website. That's for the website. Did I loot these? I gotta go through this whole entire page if I loot these videos. Come on, let's filter through. Which keyboard are we on for this one? I think we're on this keyboard. Here we go. No concept. I don't know where you at. I don't know how your guys function today. I don't know, you live in some Candyland, make-believe. Anybody taking anyone to court runs past an attorney first. Before taking to court, even when you go before an attorney will tell you if you have enough evidence to go to trial. You guys don't live in the real world. No one takes go to court automatically. You know, you run it past an attorney, and you hire an attorney. Attorney will tell you right there you don't have enough evidence to take to court. They'll tell you the chances of you winning in court is a bad idea. Good gracious, you guys don't think things through when you talk. All right. That is the price for the product there. Don't think things through before you. I wasn't born yesterday, and maybe that stuff may work for other people you use it on, but it doesn't work for me over here. Let me see. Removing the eBay listing. Where is the 2.0 scam? This is a 2.0 scam right here. Let me see what we got here. 2.0 scam. A 2.0 scam. We did one on a live. When these weren't alive. No. When these was an actual video. It was an actual video of the 2.0 scam. Here we go. This is a 2.0 scam. Wait, but do we have this one? I think we have this one already. Let me see. That's one for the first scam. Yeah, that's the 2.0 house paint right there. We need the one showing him selling the 2.0 on the website. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need. The website. Showing the 2.0 on the website. That's what we need. Let's see. We need we need a demonstration of the website. Let me see. All right, yeah, that's the 2.0. That's the free mix right there. Busted right here. Let's see. Well, you got emotion on the live chat. You definitely got emotion there. Let's see, busted the screen paint mix right here. Let me see what we have here. Make sure I don't get these mixed up. All right, so here we have the CINEMAX right here. All right, so you need where he's selling it right here on the site. All right, this is the CINEMAX. This right here is the 2.0. And you need a record. Where's the recording of the 2.0 being sold on the website? 2.0 scam mix. Here it is. This is it right here. This is what we need. So what we have here on this blacklist, we have one section that shows the 2.0 being made for free by Crow. The second one shows the video of him selling the product on the website. I don't like to, at the end of the day, as I said before, I'm not a person who doesn't like to get on camera and talk unless I have strong evidence to back it up. I'm not going to sit up there and say my screen paint does this, that, and the other unless I have video testimonies or pictures or something backing my products up. This is why we have a test page and a demo page. Again, my website alone basically backs itself on a level that no other website can do. We have the most outdoor test demonstrations in any other screen paint on or off YouTube. We have the most ambient light rejection demonstrations. We've tested more projectors. And again, I've seen on his 2020, 6 years. Buddy, 6 years. You go back 6 years, I'm way beyond 6 years. Way beyond. I got videos that date back 10 and 12 years ago. Told you I've been on here longer than they have. They don't know anything. That's why if you look at my video demonstrations, I'm at over 8,000 video demonstrations displayed. They're at 1,000 something. They're nowhere near our category. And again, it's the same video over and over and over again. There's nothing new. We've done so much technology. It's not even funny. But if you went back 6 years, and this is your results from 6 years of product, this is pretty bad. There is no, I know we got some people out there want to sit there and say, oh, they're both the same. No, we're not the same. I'm sorry, people. I know you naysayers or whatever they are at the end of the day want to believe this, but no, we're not the same. Big companies acknowledge us. They know who we are. They don't know who you guys are at the end of the day. Our websites don't even match. Our technology doesn't even match. Our demonstrations don't even match. Why do you think we put the demonstrations called Match or Better? Where are the tests for anybody? Where are they? No one's matching our tech. That's the end of it. And then you got products matching house paint. Make a blacklist if you want. What can you put on there of our stuff? Nothing. I can show you my PayPal receipts and my PayPal receipts. You know how many returns I get on my products? Our return rate is so low that we're eligible for loans through PayPal. PayPal doesn't give you loans unless your company can show that, number one, it makes a considerate amount of money. And number two, you have to show that you have an outstanding account. 2.1 has absolutely zero returns on it. Not one. Because it's a product that's tested. That's why all our products are tested. Nobody can ever take me to court. And I mean that. I stand by my word. No one can ever take me to court and say my product doesn't work. What evidence would you have? I got tons of test demonstrations. I got test demonstrations on my products before you could even touch it. Got batch numbers on all my products recorded and tested before they ship out. Tested on all different calibers of projectors, all different environments. What would you be to do? Nothing at all, period. But I could take you to court very easily. See? That's why that guarantee's there for our customers. Because when our customers buy from us, they got to guarantee that their product works at the end of the day. You don't have that guarantee. You have no guarantee on that site. As a matter of fact, I got to read through some sites right now. Not only him, a couple other sites I need to be reading through to see what the guarantee process they have for their over there too. Also, not just him, a couple other people that need to be reading through their stuff too. I'm talking about professionals at the end of the day. Have you tested against Goose Screen yet? Have you tested? Matter of fact, bigger question. If you're going to call your products the best of the best, you've never tested against Black Diamond technology. I haven't seen that yet. DMP Supernova, Daylight's new technology. And keep in mind, when I can't express it enough. When you're doing gunmetal technology, you have to be in a fully lit environment when you're doing this. And the reason why he can't be in a fully lit environment because his screen is washed out. That's why. That's why when you watch him do demonstrations, he's always in the dark because the product will wash out. And not just him. I've seen the same demonstrations in other demonstrations too. They will be in these dark environments. Not just him. I've seen other people do it too. He just does it more than everybody else, but other people still do it. And in those demonstrations, they have to be in that. They call it being in an ambient light controlled environment, aka your screen can't see. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. But that's why he posts on the website, not ambient light projection. Then why are you basically showing windows and doors and all that stuff? Because you shouldn't be showing that. If your product does not work and it's not ambient light projection, you're not giving it that rating, then you should have no business trying to do the same thing we're doing, because our company is ambient light projection technology. I don't know where you would land on our page. That's why I uploaded a couple more videos just to show at the end of the day exactly the difference between us and them. All right, so this right here shows the video of, I'm gonna save this one right here so we can have it link up here. It should be popping up right there in a few minutes. Now I got one company called Day Better. Oh my goodness, worst LED lights I've ever purchased. But let's see if they change. Hopefully they change. Maybe they change, I don't know. But I'm gonna buy some. I was supposed to do a review on them a long time ago, because boy, that ticked me off. Got them lights over here, went to go open them up, and they were snapped in the middle. Like, what the freak? There was no dividers, so nothing to snap them together. You were just stuck with one set of lights that you couldn't daisy chain because they cut them in half. And you couldn't use another IR remote control with it because it's only compatible with its own remote control, which means they don't sell them separately, which means you have to go out and buy a whole new set of lights just to use that remote control. Then you turn around and buy another whole new set of lights to use. No, it was a headache. Oh, it was a freaking headache. I hope I would never trust Day Better lights ever again. So we're going to be definitely doing a review of those. This was also too set up, not just for Jamie, because I don't want you to get it twisted, man. Things is all about you. It's not about you. We have fake projectors on here just about everything else. But also too, because I have been I purchased a few projectors off of eBay, and the merchant sent me this projector that was inside this ratty box. Projector was busted, cracked, lens was cracked, damaged beyond belief. And then I get this from the merchant, tell me just send it back and I'll give you your money back. Yeah, because you're running an insurance scam. That's what you're doing. You're putting a lot of insurance on this product, comes over busted, you give them back their money, and you keep a large amount of it to yourself from the insurance. I know that one already. So these merchants need to be reported, and that's what we're going to be setting up on the list also too. Going back, I'm going to need to get myself a couple more projectors. I'm done with the 70. We're going to be working on something else. But anyway, so when we run across these merchants, they need to be out there so customers don't run into these and have the headache that we went through. And I tell people from the door, if you are buying anything on eBay, make sure you go PayPal to PayPal. If you go with your PayPal debit card or even a debit card period, you're going to have some issues. And the reason why you're going to have some issues, due to the fact if you buy a expensive item or a piece of an item off of eBay, what's going to happen is, and we went through the same experience with the Christie LW505. I bought two of these, and I actually bought three of them. One of them did work, but the other two just didn't work. One, they just didn't work at all, period. I did a live stream, plug it in, and just doesn't work at all, period. So because I paid through it from PayPal, or did with my debit card, what happened was that when you go through PayPal, you can't go through the normal channels of returning an item. Like they give you like 30 days or 15 days, wherever it may be in that policy. You have to go through the debit card department. Now, I don't know how it would be if you have a credit card. I don't think that would accept it. That would be different. But if you have a PayPal debit card, it's a little different. So basically, if you're using a PayPal debit card, I warn people that anytime I buy a projector, I go through PayPal to PayPal, because if there's a dispute and it doesn't work, and we need the projector anyway, but the dispute doesn't work, I can get my money back in about 15 to 30 days, most likely 15. But if I pay for it through my debit card, you're not going through PayPal anymore. You're going through their debit card section, and things are a little different over there. They want you to provide tons of information. You have to have some kind of knowledge or get somebody as a witness of the item that you purchased, proving that the malfunctions that's happening on the projector is legit, because they put you through a whole different rigorous process, and you're not getting your money back in 15 to 30 days. Let's try 90 days. That's when you'll get it back, if you're lucky. 90 days. And that's what I went through. I had to, even though I was in the right, even though I showed the video of the projector flashing and having all these problems, PayPal required for me to have a witness there to testify or write a testimony that the projector had these damages, even though I had a video and showing pictures of it. That wasn't enough for them. And then after that, I lost the case twice. I had to appeal it twice because for some reason my information didn't submit over and they didn't get it, and they were trying to contact me. They ended up getting the wrong email that I had on file, which I should update. That's my fault. And because of that, I lost the first one, but then I went back and I was able to appeal. And I've met a very interesting person. I meet a lot of interesting people. I actually met somebody who works for that security division in that particular department. They're a good friend of mine now. We became really good friends, and they're on my Facebook account. So like I said, if I need things, I can make phone calls. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So anyway, not on that particular part, people. Anyway, they have to do things by the book. But anyway, she filled out my application form for me. And she filled it out and went through. I got my money right back on my account. Matter of fact, they rushed it so I can have it back. No, they didn't rush it. They gave me a credit. So basically, because my account with PayPal isn't such outstanding, because again, like I said, we get very little returns because again, we can back our products. They work. Well, because of that, say money's taken out of my account, I automatically get a credit to my account that fast. They will put the money right back in through a credit, because my account's out and that far of outstanding. I've been with PayPal for 12 years and my returns are extremely, extremely low. So because of that, that's why they issue me loans if I need a loan. And this is why if say like $1,000 removed from my account, I get $1,000 right back in credit. Those are the perks you get from PayPal. PayPal has a lot of perks. I also too can get a credit line if I want for my company. I'm eligible for all that stuff. I just only use what I need. That's it. I never take more than I need. So yeah, that's one of the issues that Jamie's going to have in court. Is if he claims that I'm a scammer and I've been stealing from people all these years, then I would have an extremely high return rate on my receipts. And the 2.0 doesn't have any at all. There's not one return on a 2.0. It also shows too how many cases were filed against me. It also shows basically how many cases I've lost. I only lost 2 cases since I've been in business. I'm very thorough about backing my product. So I have an outstanding track record. So for a person who's doing all this scamming and thievery, at the end of the day, my account would look much worse than that. And this is the things that people don't think about. When you go into court, you have to understand that if you think that's how it works, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to bring a ton of information. And not only that, I run everything through an attorney because, again, I'm not walking in a courtroom with very little evidence and get embarrassed. I run it past an attorney and say, look at this. What do you think? Is there enough there to take it to court? And you go, oh, yeah, you can. Go ahead. As a matter of fact, when they saw the evidence for Silent Wake 5 on the fake receipts and all, actually the attorney was laughing in the room. He was laughing. Like, what are these guys doing? Are they related? So like they asking questions. Are they slow? Literally, this question just came up. Where are you guys slow? He got caught with a fake receipt in a live stream and then tried to delete his videos off his account. All that was recorded of him trying to remove evidence. That was Silent Wake 5. And he was like, you don't even need us for this one. You can take care of this yourself. You can save some money. If you want us, we'll take care of it. But don't, yeah. Dummy got caught with freaking fake receipts. It's right there. Check it out. And took his picture thumbnail with his face next to the, oh, great goodness. I don't have to repeat that because that's just downright stupid. Yeah, it's self-snitching on a whole nother level. It is. Just like right now, this is self-snitching for Jamie. This is self-snitching. Let's go refresh this page. We just published it on this side. So everything should have linked up on that side. That's it. It's a fake batch number. He made a fake batch number. This is Silent Wake. We have all his videos recorded. All those videos you delete off your account, you should know me by now. I make copies of all y'all stuff. Yeah, we got all y'all stuff recorded. Fake Instagram account. This was traced back to Jamie's IP address. I had a professional going to do that one for me. Yeah, he basically used our logo here and then wanted to use our logo multiple times in the account. And this is where he got in trouble on Instagram. He cursed out some people, got nasty with them. And that's why it was terrible about the address, because these people are searching for him. Because, again, he said some pretty nasty racist stuff, and they got pretty ticked off of it. But this is the fake Instagram account that Jamie designed. And it was traced back to his IP address. So that's identity theft. And on top of that, I never gave you permission to use my logo. Used it about 13 times in this Instagram right here. That's what you're being sued for the civil lawsuit for touching the copyrights, and also too for identity theft. So there may be some charges for that. And this is why he was very nervous about the address. Yeah, because he went and he cursed a bunch of people out, and he carried on in there. And yeah, he's worrying about somebody coming to knock at his door. And who knows? Somebody may be coming up there soon. But next time, don't call people racial slurs. Don't go in like that. What's wrong with you? You should know better than that. You should definitely know better than that. It's another YouTuber who did a video, and he's basically calling him a racist at the same time, too. He has some problems with him. He loses his temper. He gets pretty nasty. Let me see. Oh, yeah, did I refresh? Did I refresh? And then refresh. We're refreshing right here. There we go. Now we got some more pictures we're going to be adding on to here. These are the luxury projectors we don't support, the Valve projectors. We have another projector customer who has the mini version of one of these projectors. I forget what it is, for trade, because like I said, we're not responsible. We tell you from the door, read through the instructions, read through everything on the site. That's why we put it there. To make sure your projector is compatible. I said multiple times in video demonstrations. You hear me say it on camera. We don't support knockoffs. Don't buy it if you have a knockoff. I warn you, do not do this. And then we have people who basically think because the projector has these certain specifications that it's going to pass. It is not going to pass. I can't express this enough. This is why we made this whole entire page to begin with. This page, when we first developed it, was not designed for Jamie. This page was designed to warn people of knockoff projectors not working with our products. These are all the test demonstrations that we've done. And these are customers who went out and did not listen and purchased the product anyway. It will not pick up. It will not show at all, period. Now, if someone sits there and says, well, my product, well, house paint will work on this stuff. Nothing special. If someone sits there and says, well, my product works on all those projectors, guess what works on all those projectors too? House paint. Network grade 770 screen, bare surface screen. I know I had knockoff projectors at the house. We tested it on the other grade paints. It picked up no problem. Still has a problem. One of the problems it still has is you can't use it in fully lit environments, and screen does wash out because it's house paint. This is the results that customers got from using it. So one of the other customers that contacted us, he had the same problem. When I looked at it, I already knew what it was. That's why I asked him, what projector do you have? Because there's a certain look that comes up that we can tell that it's a knockoff projector. And that's the projector he told me. But he had already spent the money for the machine. So, you know, we can design something. Yeah, we can design something that will work with it. It's not going to give you the contrast levels like the black screens, but it's going to be much better than the white screen or gray screen. I can tell you that much. So in trade, he's going to send us a bunch of pictures, which I need. I can put it on the site. And this is another projector we can have as a testimony. Don't go near. This is called the Bow Maker. This is a customer, again, ultra short throw projector, name brand we do not support, and it didn't pick up on the screen. This is the results. Now, the reason why we have these pictures is because of the trade-off, which means we don't have to send you this paint because, again, we have warned you not to do it. But because we want people to have a great experience with their projection setup, we ship you the product for free. You don't pay anything at all. Now, I'm advising people, don't get the idea of basically trying to, and I think of this stuff way before it comes up because I've been in the business for a long time, of accidentally making the mistake and going, oh, you know, so you can get that free product. That's not going to happen because I can tell who's who. I've been in the business long enough to get a feel who's telling the truth and who's lying. So don't do it because you'll end up buying that product and you can't get a return from it because we warned you not to do this and you're going to be stuck with that screen. So don't do that. These are people that I've talked to. I've been talking to for quite some time. I know what they're about and I got a good feel on them and they did it and they made that mistake. But we did warn them next time, read through all the information we have on the site. Just don't hit the shopping cart. That's why we put that information there for you. Don't want to paint, like I had somebody paint an acoustic screen one time with it, like, oh, gee whiz Louise. It clearly says there, and product basically information, do not paint acoustic screens with it because you will clog the holes with it. We have a special coating for that. And what's going to happen is picture will transfer through, sound won't be coming with it. So in trade for the product, in order to purchase the product, they get it for free, but in trade, they send us pictures. And these are pictures that we put up on the site. We don't put their names attached to it, but it gives you an idea of why you don't buy these projectors and why they will never work with darker screens. If you ever notice, if you look at any of the high-end screens, Diamond, any of those big companies, you tell me one demonstration you've ever seen a Bowmaker, Valve projector, WeMax, you don't see them, do you? They don't pick up on those screens because those are high-end professional screens. These projectors do not pick up on high-end screens. They only pick up on white screens and gray screens, cheaper products. That's why they pick up on there. So when I see this right here, see that dimness to it? When I see that dimness to it, only two things will pop up. Either it's black paint, because we've done tons of tests on black paint, so we know what it looks like if someone is using it, or the projector has a knockoff. I can tell just by looking at it. So now his image is much better. He can maintain still with the windows open because we've had silver technology that can pick up right next to windows, and we're able to make it a little bit darker so its contrast levels can pop a little higher, but also to make it a little bit so it would heighten so you can pick up a higher white level because that projector is not producing the lumen count as it claims to be. And that's mainly the problem. That lumen count is really, really poor in those particular projectors. See how dim that white level came up? That should have never came up at all, period. Very, very dim. So that's how I can tell when I look at it. It's a projector we don't support. That's the same thing I went through with the return. We had a customer came in and told us that one of the black gold cloths were coming up too dark. Now we test these things in that environment. If the screen's going to pick up an environment that's with that much light on 1,000 lumens, we know it's going to pick up any place else without a problem. The tests are just right there, showing the point, showing it right there. So he comes back, he complains, he says he's not seeing it. Okay, we bring the screen back here, we spray it with something with a really high silver coating, it picks up a much higher white level. We send it back to him. He still comes back and says there's something wrong with the screen. It's too dark. I'm like, we just did the test right here. We did the test before you, and the screen came, it was working perfectly fine. We did the test when we sprayed it. Nothing's wrong with it. So he goes into this huge argument, just that, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tell you one thing real quick from the door. Next time the customer wants to get angry at me and you want to scream the word scammer, I'm going to drag you behind in court. Because I don't tolerate that nonsense. But you want that kind of publicity? I'll give you that kind of publicity. That's why we do live streams. And you send something back to us, we will test it live. And send it back to you. Because I know my stuff is tested. So we go back again. Then I ask him again, second time, what's your projector? Finally, we get the projector, an 8-man. Of course it doesn't work. It's an 8-man projector. And then after buying that projector, I just realized that is one of the most crappiest projectors. Sorry, 8-man, but your projectors are trash. That is one of the most crappiest projectors I have ever had in my shop. I've had knockoffs before, but that is the crappiest thing I've ever seen. Heck, my knockoff projector was better than that projector. Of course, it cost more. It's like 90 bucks. 8-man was like 35. 4,300 lumens, full 1080p? I don't think so. That thing couldn't even generate enough light. Basically, we had to darken the environment because the environment we're in was, of course, was going to wash it out. But at least the other one I had did pick up in that environment somewhat, but that didn't pick up for jack. I was able to use 1,000 lumen, 720p projector to knock that projector, wipe it out that fast with no problem. So we get it there, we set it out, we hit a screen with it, we get the same images. I take the pictures, I send everything to him. I said, hey, look. This is what we got over here. He says, yeah, I told you that. No. We bought your projector. We had the 8-man, same model. I have it right here. It's your projector that's the problem. You need to get an up-to-date, or you can get like an older projector to make a difference as long as it's name brand, but this thing is crap. It doesn't work. This is why the screen is failing. Still wants to argue with me at the end of the day. I said, okay, well, you know what? You want to take it to court? Let's take it to court. You let me know. You contact me. Have your attorney contact me and we'll take it to court. I'll clean your clock. Because I can clearly show that the product works perfectly fine, and I can clearly show I bought your projector and did the test and it didn't work. It was a crappy knockoff projector. We have a policy saying we don't support them. We have videos showing we don't support them. You would lose. And that would be another case. I don't need an attorney. I can literally go and do that myself. I keep doing this stuff by myself. After a while, I'm like, hey, you should be an attorney. Yes, I will be. I want to do my own case. Your evidence is so easy that I literally don't have to bring an attorney in. The only thing we have to bring an attorney in for is for the copyrights. We do need an attorney for that. And that's not going to small claims. It's going to a civil court. All right, let me see what we got. Here's the pictures. See, oh man, there's so much on this guy. You know, we got stuff in our archives on him that we haven't even posted on here. There's a whole lot of crazy stuff. All right, this is Silent Week 5. I swear, this is the funniest video demonstration ever. I've seen people do the dumbest things in life, but gee whiz. This guy took his face next to the receipts, like literally. He really thought that you were going to go on YouTube and slander my product and think that I'm not taking the small claim court. I'm taking the civil court. I'm going to sue you for $250,000. My whole purpose of that lawsuit is to strip you, take everything from you. That's the whole purpose of it. I couldn't care less than that. I'm taking everything from you. It's just too easy. I think I'm going to bring an attorney in for this. Might as well just take everything from you. But anyway, dumbest thing I've seen anybody do. This guy made a bunch of videos slandering my company, calling us scammers, we're stealing from people, robbing from people, and the entire time he never had our product. Do you have any idea how much trouble you and how bad things are going to get for you? I have, again, 3 years to file against you. 3 years. At any time in 3 years, I can just go, you know what? Let's go get them, and I can go get you at any time. You got a ticking time bomb over the top of your head right now. This guy literally took his face right next to the fake receipts. And in these demonstrations, we got to talk about this for a minute. In these demonstrations, he puts up Crystal Edge technology screens. We don't even use that email. At that, the email doesn't even exist because, again, you can't make up a Hotmail account with spaces in between. It doesn't register. Everybody knows that one. I don't know where you got it with that one. That's what I couldn't figure out when he was showing the demonstration. He kept flashing the receipts so fast. He was moving so fast, and I couldn't see what was on them. So we slowed down the video, and we were able to see it. When he was pulling it up, we used my copyrights without my permission. Didn't give you permission. That's another lawsuit on top of this lawsuit. You got 2 lawsuits coming toward him. Touch my copyrights, you're getting sued. Committing fraud. Also, on top of that, we're going to be filing a lawsuit against YouTube because YouTube allows you guys to use that platform without to abuse our company. So YouTube has an option. They can ban you guys for life, or we'll file a lawsuit against them. Any platform you're on, we're going to be filing lawsuits against. But this right here, yeah, he made a fake receipt. So this is how sad, and how threatened these guys are of us. This guy literally did an unboxing video on a short. We have all your videos all recorded. Did an unboxing video short, and I think that was your wife or girlfriend. Just so you know that we can file a lawsuit against her too. If she basically played a part in this, we'll file a lawsuit against her also too. So she may basically break up with you, or something may happen at the day where she's going to be upset because she got caught up in your shenanigans. So that's not my problem. But let's move on. You'd be surprised. I've seen it happen in court a couple of times. I've seen people actually separate in court because, again, mind you, in a lawsuit, not only does that person get hit with it, but the person who's also married to them, they also can be hit with it also too. So that's going to put some strain on the marriage. Okay, so he got caught with a fake receipt. So this guy comes in, takes his picture in the thumbnail. We got the one with showing his face. Takes his picture next to the evidence, and then shows an unboxing video. And in the unboxing video, oh, I could have talked about the mail fraud. Can we get mail fraud on it? I'm going to make a phone call on that one. I can make a phone call on that one. But anyway, shows unboxing video, shows the material and everything, claiming that it's our product, that he went in, he placed this order. Do you know how sad that is? That you're a grown man at the end of the day, while I'm working, building and doing stuff, you're on here calling me a scammer and a liar, and yet you came up with the idea. Of course, you probably got it from Crow, because Crow did a dozen of those videos. That's why he's being sued. You decided to do a fake unboxing. So the box never came to you by United States Postal Service. It was in your house the entire time. And you made this fake claim that you went and picked up this box from the post office, brought it to your house, did this unboxing, and that was our product. The problem you made the mistake in is that when you basically showed the receipt, the Crystal Edge technology screens, we don't use that. We use the Immerse 4K Cinema. It's on every last one of our receipts. That's evidence right there that we use that. Even more powerful evidence is that the Crystal Edge that you made doesn't exist because there's no spaces in between on Hotmail. You can't do that. You can put periods on lowercase and underscores, but you can't put separations because it doesn't register as a valid email. So how in the world did you receive a receipt from me on an email that, number one, we don't use, and number two, on an email that doesn't exist on Hotmail? That's why the lawyers were laughing in the room when they said, "Is he slow?" And then you take your face, your picture right next to the receipts. So you went on YouTube, used their platform to slander my company's name, call me a scammer, call me a thief, and you never purchased a product from me ever? Wow, that's pretty serious. That's extremely serious. And that's why I will be filing a lawsuit against you for $250,000, including an additional $150,000 for touching the copyrights. Can't get any, you can't just, you can go watch it yourself. Oh, I forgot, icing on the cake. So as we're doing a live stream, he's in the room. And we say, you better delete those videos or you're going to get a lawsuit hit. Your lawsuit's going to hit you. And all of a sudden, you just see his account start to shrink. All his videos are disappearing one by one by one. You watch it for yourself. You'll see it. All the videos start to disappear one by one by one. It gets down to he only has 2 videos left in his entire YouTube channel. He just removed all of them. But see, I told you, you better remove the videos or get lawsuit. But that shows you if you had nothing to hide, you would have never removed the videos. But the simple fact you did remove the videos clearly shows that you were in the wrong and you tried to hide the evidence. And there you go. You messed up. Gee whiz, you guys get dumber and dumber and dumber every year. And I can call you guys stupid. Matter of fact, I call you guys the 3 Stooges. Dumb stuff. Mind you, got 3 years to hit you. 3 years. So I can just sit there and just wait. I don't have to get you right away. I can be sitting on the beach, enjoying and relaxing, and just go, you know what? Go get them. Got 3 years to come after you. Most people in lawsuits, they are always worried about a lawsuit happening quickly. I'm cut a little different. I believe in giving the person enough time to think about it. That's actually causes more damage than the physical lawsuit itself is when it's going to happen. That is the hard part. Trying to figure out when it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's when I'm ready to do it. That's the hard part. You're afraid to buy anything. You're afraid to put any money in the bank. You're afraid to do anything financially because you have a lawsuit lingering over top of your head. We know what you look like. We know where you're at. We know how to come get you. You were stupid enough to take your picture next to the evidence. How dumb can you be? Open and shut lawsuit. Now, even though you can sit there and say, I don't have 250, it's not about you not having it. We know you don't have it. It's the fact of slapping you with massive amounts of heavy liens and keeping you in debt. So that way you can't go purchase this and you can't do that. Your credit and everything is completely destroyed. I can garnish your entire paycheck. Well, not entire paycheck. I can garnish some of it. Your income tax is mine. I definitely know that for a fact. You owe me money. You have to pay me somewhere or another. I can even liquidate your assets right from the door, if I said that correctly. I can basically execute judgment on your property, on items that you have. I can have a truck come in and pick up everything. I don't care if it belongs to you or not. We can take it because you owe me money. And I have 3 years to come after you. So don't think because I'm sitting here working that I forgot about you. I have not forgot about you. It's just when I'm going to come get you, you don't know. And that's the best part of it all because you guys don't know when we're coming. We just want to give you a chance to sit down and relax and get nice and comfortable. And then here I come right at your front door. So this dummy was dumb enough to not only make fake a review against my product, but took his face next to the picture in the thumbnails. And then when getting caught, started removing all the videos one by one as fast as possible. And you're still in there talking trash and running your mouth. You're running your mouth because at the end of the day, you're one of the dogs that has to lick his wounds and sit in the corner and you have to deal with it. But you know at the end of the day, this is coming. I'll tell you when, but it is coming. Like I said, we have plenty of time. Like Jamie, I have plenty of time to file against you. Plenty of time. I'm watching you carry on and act up. Matter of fact, we have a cease and desist order we filed against Jamie, if I said that correctly. And I can always show the judge, hey, look, judge, we did warn him. We did tell him to back down, so and so and so. Did he listen? No, he didn't. That doesn't give you a leg to stand on. That's why we filed it. because you can't go in there and say, well, he didn't warn me. He didn't tell me this. You don't have that option. The option is gone. It's off the table. We did warn you. We did tell you. Okay. But this guy right here is a complete idiot. Talk about self-snitch. Why you guys all look the same? You guys literally all look the same. That's why I call y'all the students. But took his face next to the freaking receipts. Gee whiz. Even went in and changed his YouTube channel, changed all that out and everything, trying to hide. You can't hide from us. You don't know. It's not going to happen. The day, gentlemen, that you see my face in court is a bad day for you, an extremely bad day for you. It's a day where you begin living a life of poverty, because I'm going to take everything from you. You can sit there and use a Christian call you want and say, oh, you're a Christian, you're supposed to be forgiving. I was forgiving. Some of you guys, I've actually turned the other cheek multiple times. I should have sued you a long time ago. I let a lot of stuff slide, but we're done with that now. So like I said, it's just a matter of when I come to get you. Don't think I'm sleeping and because I'm doing all this work over here that I'm asleep. No, we're watching. We're watching. Easy lawsuit. Took his face next to the picture. That's what happens when you become bold and arrogant, doing dumb stuff. So we got him doing the unboxing. We got the you showing off the receipts right there. Can you imagine? How are you going to explain it to a judge? You're sitting there pointing and showing the all full of confidence, brimming with confidence, showing like, look, this is what he did, and this is so and so and so and so and so, and then watching you trying to delete the videos. That's an open and shut case. So you're going to have to figure out how to pay my money one way or another. And keep in mind, there's going to be installments. And with this installments, if you fall behind in these installments, I can take your stuff. Well, I can take your stuff right there on the spot. But I'm going to give you a chance to pay me. Now, keep in mind, this is going to come with interest. Because once you get a couple of liens against you, and that's a massive lien to have against you, that's nothing to us. Why we do it, because we can put a heavy lien on you. And that's pretty much done after that. That's going to come with interest, which means the longer it takes for you to pay me off, the more the interest is going to accumulate. You will die with that freaking lien over top of your head. We know that from the door. That's why we're hitting you with it. But it does teach its people stuff in the long run. Don't do dumb stuff. Anybody wants to get mad over this, then you know what? Get off my channel. Unsubscribe. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you don't do dumb stuff. All you got to do is mind your own business. We didn't even know who this guy was. I don't know anything about Soundwave. We don't know who he is. Same thing like Partey. We don't know who these people are. They just happen to be following Crow and decided to jump on the bandwagon and do dumb stuff. Now look at the situation you got yourself into. I'm going to make a decision. We saw the other person. There was a female that was in the person talking about the unboxing. So we're going to make a decision whether or not we slap her with a lawsuit. I may do it. I may not. We'll think about it. But until then, I got plenty of time to come after you. Let's move on. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. Oh, my goodness. Just can't get any easier. Isn't this you right here? That's you right there. That's your channel, right? Slandering my product. Right there. That's supposed to be my product right there. This is the reaction you're getting from people. I even got a reaction showing people commenting back on the video that you slandered me on, saying that was my product. Yep. Well, it's going to suck to be you. Big time. All right. Let me see what we got going on here. Oh, these are Crow's canceled receipts we have in here. People always ask to see these things. That's when Crow canceled all the orders. He's in there crying about harassment. All this other nonsense. These are the, these are the ones you lost. These are PayPal claim he lost. I need to post all your PayPal loss on our account so we can show people how many times you lost against us. Because again, like I said, PayPal goes to his website and they look through his page and like, nope, come back and say, here you go. Because your site looks like a scam. That's why. There's all the, let me bring this in for a little bit. You can see all the multiple receipts we have on him. All his cancellations. Can't just seem to get that money over to us. You can't seem to keep my money. Send you money, you can't keep it. Yeah, lost another claim right there. Lost another claim. Oh, and there's the famous email. We put that up because so many people read through that thing. So that's the email where Crow comes in and tells us we can buy whatever we want. And then we go to buy whatever we want, and he gets scared and he returns all our money. My goodness, can you guys do anything right? All right, let's get down here to the bottom of all this. I need to get to the bottom of all this right here. Let me see what we got here. Right there we go. This is the caught hiding videos section. These are all the videos that are missing off Crow's account. Now we got to add another one on here. These are all missing videos. This is the Crow Metallica Mix 2.0 mix scam and the CINEMAX scam. So, and this one we show, oh, they are posted. And this one we show the product here you can make for free. And then we showed the product here, him selling it on his eBay account and on his website, trying to get $95 for a product that he just showed you how to make it for free. This is the demonstration for the Network Grade 773 scam. Let me see if I got the shopping cart recording for this one. We should have shopping cart recording. Let me see. Oh, by the way, you didn't notice, did you? We were able to go in and record your chat room. Did you know that, right? So that way we can see, because we're curious. The reason why that was requested to record your chat room was because when you were showing off the demonstration with the Network Grade 773 versus your product, they wanted to know how many customers were in there watching that. There were no customers in there watching it, not one. There were just a bunch of haters in there. That's all it was. People he supports at the end of the day, those haters. But customers weren't in there because customers were ticked off. Let me see what we got to get here. Now I'm going to do a survey. I'm setting up a blog to do a survey. We're going to take that Network Gray, your pictures, like when you side by side, we're going to put it on the blog, and we're going to set up a survey where people can come in. I'm only going to have one offline at one of the storefronts. We're going to show the difference between your product and the difference between the house paint, and see if people can honestly tell the difference, if there's a difference between the two. Now, Crow has acknowledged this already. That's why the video doesn't exist, and that's why he refuses to post it to his website, because he has acknowledged that this is house paint. I think we're on the wrong side here. Let's go over here real quick. Let's see. Where is it, that shopping cart? There's the shopping cart right here. Screen paint mix. How to spot a fake screen paint warning list. Let's see. So there really is no back and forth, Jamie. This is what happens. I come in, I prove you to be a fake, I crush you as always, and then I design a product that you can't touch. I can, that's pretty much what happens. When the Alpha 1 comes out, you think you want to go against an Alpha 1? It's not worth my time. That technology wasn't developed for those kind of products. It was developed for certified technology. All my technology is developed for certified. You guys just happen to get in the way of where we're going at, and you end up getting crushed under my tires. That's pretty much it. Your products don't work. If I request a test page from you, you don't have a test page. It's not worth my time. There's nothing that you have that's worth my time at all, period. Certifieds are worth our time. This is why we test against certified screens. To have your product up there is wasting my money. I already gave you almost $1,900 worth of orders, and you couldn't even keep the money. All you had to do was just send me the product. You couldn't keep it. He was so terrified, he committed post office fraud because he couldn't keep the money. I kept yours. Oh, heck yeah. That $38 you sent to me? Yeah, I went and got Dragon Ball skins for it. Yeah, I kept your money because my product works. I got a badge. I was like, well, I'm taking you to court and suing you for basically violating that policy. Yeah. And I kept your money. Now I'm going to get another $10,000. I'm going to take $10,000 out of you for doing something stupid. So you couldn't even keep the money. I gave him over 19, almost 16 or 17. It was a lot of money of orders. And he couldn't keep the money. He gave every single dime back. That's really sad at the end of the day. Where is that? Whatchamacallit at? I mean, I need to get this done because I got to go work on my other site today. I got other things to do on the other site. Where is this at? Let me see. That's the eBay scam. Let me see. acrylic fake screen. But let me see if it's on this one. It should be on this one. That shopping cart. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Yep. And this one, am I showing the shop? Yep, there it is right there. Boom. This is the video we needed right there. That's perfect. This shows the product still being sold on the website. Let's see what I put it over here. Yeah, don't, for those just say, oh, they're both the same. Yeah, bite me. Yeah, you just heard me say bite me. Yeah, because we're not the same. I don't have videos. I'm not matching house paint. Definitely not matching house paint. No, get out of here with that nonsense. House paint. I bet you the one thing that terrifies him the most is doing a demonstration on a gray wall. We'll paint over a black screen any day. Matter of fact, we did those demonstrations already. Yeah. Can you imagine him doing a demonstration and the wall's already gray? He had to cancel that meeting quick. I don't feel too good. I've come down. Yeah, you'll match the wall. All right, here we go. We got it over here. Done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Did we publish this? Publish this. Publish this. Save this. This is done right here. We got to put the slideshow in next. And then I'm done with this page. I'm moving on with something else. After this, Jamie, there's nothing more to discuss. Okay, your product is what it is. It's house paint. Okay, you clearly shown house paint on your product on your website. It all matches. It comes up to that. Okay, so as of this, I'm gonna get back to work. That things to do. I'm gonna go down Monday morning. I'm gonna file the first lawsuit, or Tuesday, get it down. We're gonna go find the paperwork for the, because all I have to do is just sign off on it for the post office fraud. I'm gonna get that one going, get that started, and then we'll get ready to talk to the attorneys about basically bringing you to court for civil lawsuit for copyrights, and we'll go from there. Other than that, I got to get back to work. And it's true, some of this stuff is a little bit back and forth, but to us, really, he doesn't really have anything to come forth with. Just a bunch of emojis, laughing. That's the base of it. Whatever videos you're making over there, I don't care. You can notice I'm not going into his YouTube channel to look at this because I don't care, because again, I can back my products. My website alone, if you read through my website versus his, you can tell that he can't spell, can't do math, and at the end of the day, his site doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense on his site. It's all house paint. That's all it is. There's a reason why he doesn't have the information on it, because it's just house paint. That's it. I asked him to do the test demonstration showing that his product's not house paint, and he can't do it. And if you have this product on your wall, you just paid for an overpriced house paint. That's what you paid for, especially if you got the 2.0 and you see that demonstration. So what happens if your customers are watching this and they actually have the 2.0 sitting on their table and they go, oh, shoot. What happens when they contact you? You have a policy on your website saying if it's delivered. So they'll read that policy. So wait a minute. He has here in the policy, if it's delivered, I can't get my money back, or I can't get an exchange. I don't know why you would exchange anyway. You just get more house paint. Let me see if there's any test on this product. I can find if you did any testing. They're going to do that. That's what's going to do. They're going to try to compare what I do to thinking that you do the same thing. They're going to notice that there's no batch numbers. There's no tests. There's nothing on your products at all. They're going to find out that everything that we do is completely different and it doesn't match anyone else, period. And you don't do the same thing we do. And they're going to read in that little caption that you have on your website, if you open this product, it's yours and you don't get your money or exchange, or if you lands on your property. Now imagine if I had that policy on my website and a customer got a product there and the lid popped open, or it got broken, or something got shattered, and I say, oh, it was delivered, we can't give your money back, that's not my responsibility. That'd be kind of wrong. Or if I sit there and say, well, you opened it, and though you figured out that it does the same thing as black paint, you opened it so there's no exchange. Yeah, that's pretty much just the deal. All right, so we got everything here. This is all good. It's all Gucci. Okay, cool. Yay, this is all working. Fantastic. All right, let me see. Yeah, Jamie, because you're taking up too much of my blacklist right now. You're taking up way too much of it. So these are the last ones we need to do on you. That's it. We're done. We got enough right there. That's all we need. There's nothing else we need to put on there, because right now I got to make some room for other stuff at the end of the day. We got projected reviews we got to do. I got to do reviews on other stuff, and they need to be on there. So you're taking up a large section of my blacklist. Whew, man. Scammery. Look at that. Look at this. This is just awful. Look at that. That's awful. That is just awful. Look at that. That is just making your products, man. Look, this is just awful. How are you trying to charge money for that stuff? House paint. $95. I'm going to tell you something, people. Look, I told you how to do the half and half. If you want to make it cheap and fast, 21 bucks. That's it. It's just, we just showed you in the video, the 2.0. It's just white and black paint. There's nothing to it. So you just go out and buy a quart of white paint. You don't need all this because you don't need that much paint. Go get something called, it's a hobby paint. It's called oh my goodness, I just started an Apple Barrel. Apple Barrel hobby paint. You get it on you can buy for 8 ounces. It'll cost you 59 cents to $1. That's it. You only need 2 tablespoons. That's all you need to trigger it. Just drop it in there, you're done. 21 bucks. You'll make the 2.0 right there instead of spending $95 for it. And right there, he shows you how to make it with the ingredients intact. Well, with the with the ingredients intact. That's pretty much it. With the ingredients intact, you can make it yourself. And if Jamie feels in any way whatsoever, and I give him the opportunity, if you feel in any way whatsoever that I'm slandering you here, feel free to back it up and do the demonstration yourself. That's all you got to do. Just do it yourself. That's all. And if he refuses to do it, then guess what? You know what it is. Go make it yourself right over there. But he's going to tell you that, yeah, because you're going to have to sit there and spend like 20 bucks. And then you're going to sit there and spend another 20 bucks for black. And it'll be 40 bucks. No, you don't. Just go get some freaking Apple Barrel. It's only 69 cents. Or get a little sample of black. You don't need that much. You're only putting in 2 tablespoons into it. Why are you spending money for all that paint to begin with if it only requires a couple of tablespoons to trigger it? You just go get some hobby paint. It's like 59 cents to $1 for 8 ounces. That's all you're going to need. Dropped it into some white paint, 17 bucks. You can get paint for 17 bucks. Heck, you can buy white primers, even cheaper. The white primer's like about $8. That's it. You're done. You have to pay for no shipping costs, none of that nonsense. That's it. The same thing. Now, Jamie, I don't want you to get confused on this. Just listen to me when I say this. I know you're in the room probably somewhere. You're always in here listening. Understand this. This has nothing to do with revenge. Nothing at all. If this was revenge, Jamie, this would be a whole different story. If this was 20 years back, life would be different for you. Very different. Very interesting, but very different. So no, it's not about revenge. It's not about that at all, period. It's about getting people like you who sell this garbage off of YouTube. If I could figure out a way how I can get all those fake knockoff projectors off of eBay, off of Amazon, I would do it in a heartbeat because they're trash. They trick the customer into believing they're getting something when they're not getting anything. That's why I hate QVC so much. I hate freaking QVC lies so much on their products, and they do. That Discovery projector is absolutely trash. You ever watch the Discovery review on freaking on QVC, and the guy talks about getting this massive giant screen, it's supposed to be crystal clear. They're using freaking analog. How analog? Are you kidding me? You're not getting a clear image off analog. That projector is trash. But they make it sound like it's way beyond this. You're getting an actual theater room. No, stop it. Just freaking stop. And this is what I hate about the knockoff projectors, because customers get duped into buying these things. You know, you're looking at all the bells and whistles. You know what I mean? Look at these other projectors, and they want thousands of dollars for them. And you look at this knockoff projector, and you think, it looks professional enough, but they don't know. And they buy this projector thinking they're going to get 4K, and they're going to get 5,000 lumens. Some are like 20,000 lumens. They're going to get all this stuff, and they're not getting jack. They're not getting any of that. As a matter of fact, you're lucky if your resolution hits 480p. You're lucky if you get that. You're probably at 240p at that, but you're lucky if you get 480. Majority of most of them are at 480 anyway. Your lumen count is so freaking low, I swear. A Disney flashlight, kid's flashlight, will produce more light than those crappy things. But yet, Amazon and eBay let them flourish on their channels. And then when they get caught, they go, "Oh, we didn't know, sorry about that. You had to go through that experience, so don't worry, we'll take care of this." You knew what they were doing. That's why they're on your site to begin with. You're just getting money. That's why it matters. You're getting money. So if the customer gets pinched, oh, they get their money back, no harm done. Yeah, my goodness, man. They're crap. They're garbage. They're all garbage. If they're not name brand, they're garbage. So that's what it is. So you do the same thing. You get on camera and you talk about your product being to do all these beautiful, does this and does that, and it gives you beautiful images, and you're going to be to get beautiful bright colors and whites and contrast and all this stuff, and we do blah 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 blah. To find out it's nothing but black and white paint. That black and white paint can do the exact same thing with no problem. If the customer sat there and just literally paid $95 for a product that he could have made, or he or she could have made themselves. Where are your tests? The why we do test is to show that our product is different from everybody else's. If I do a test showing white sheets of paper and a black surface, and I'm showing color levels, I can show that my screen can maintain a high enough white level over the black surface to maintain proper color and white levels, but also too, it can overpower the white screens when it comes to color and contrast. And we can do this at 1,000 lumens. We can do this at ultra short throw. We can show that we are expert in ambient light rejection technology by displaying giant screens over top the ceilings with the lights on. I can sit there in my living room and I can walk through in my demonstrations and show 127-inch in the window at a projector that cost me $150 at 19 feet back. I can see stars pull off my screen with the windows open. I can walk in and look up at my ceiling and I can watch a football game if I choose. Or I can basically change it to any effect that I want while my lights are on. I can take a $60 ultra short throw projector and display on a 150-inch screen and view that on a 190-degree viewing angle while I'm watching my screen in the next room and looking at the ceiling at the same time. And then I can walk outside to a 150-inch screen and I can also watch that too while it's in the evening hours, and I can do that with a projector that costs me under $200. And even more impressive about our technology, we can display at 250 inches, 18 feet back, 720p, because all those demonstrations were done on 720p projectors, a projector that cost me $270. That black surface at 250 inches, 11 feet high and over 20 feet wide can maintain a snowstorm literally so bright that it reflects off the grass. And yet it can absorb into a universe of total complete blackness that darkens the backyard. You don't have demonstrations like this. That's the difference between me and you. My products actually work. And you are house paint. Now, as for the rest of the companies, like I said, Goose Screen, good product. We had it here, tested it, liked it, and stuff like that. But to claim to be the darkest screen, no. We are the darkest. They had what they call that, Ultra Max, what it's called. Good screen paint. Don't get me wrong, it's good screen paint. But it's basically the talk we had between that one is whether or not our screen, which one pulled the darker contrast, and they didn't believe that a black screen physically had the ability to pull in a fully lit environment and generate white light, which we kind of proved them they can. What else? We had Knox. Knox, not even going to bother with that due to the fact that Knox is already showing me signs that it has issues. Number one, ultra short throw projector sitting right up on top of the screen. When the lights are on, they shrink the screen. When the lights are off, they widen the screen. That tells me right there if the screen was actually in a well-lit environment and you did have it expanded, this may cause issues with the screen. It may cause the screen to deteriorate even faster by having the screen actually in a smaller image. It means you can actually compress the pixels much more tighter to give you a much more brighter and sharper image. Know that one already from the door, so I can tell that from the door. And then when watching the demonstrations where the screen was expanded at 150 inches, we can literally see dark corners, dark areas. Of course, you had some lights, but they were actually pointed toward a picture on the side, like a small art gallery, to give off the illusion that there was light in the environment, when clearly none of the light was making contact with the screen to begin with. Oh, so easy. So easy. No challenge. No challenge, no challenge. This is why at points in my videos, I became extremely frustrated. Not with this stuff. This stuff is nothing. With the certified screens, because I felt a screen that costs that much money, they are not giving us challenges. Where is the freaking challenge? Where's the technology that just go, good gracious, that stuff was freaking insane. I think I only got one company in my entire lifetime I'm doing business with that basically showed me a screen that gave me a really freaking hard way to go. And that was when we were doing silver technology. We won against the Seymour AV 1.3. Gee whiz. That was a rough screen to test against. The silver technology that is really good. Very, very good. Extremely good. Love that. I loved it. I loved it. But we were able to get around it. But man, it was good. It gave me a really rough way to go. Pulled up an amazing white level. Contrast wasn't all that, but that white level was freaking beautiful. They did an extremely good job with that one. Let me see real quick. These are our tests right here. Certifies. This is what our screens are designed for. That house paint, screen paint nonsense. How can I put it this way? It's like watching a small meteor hit the side of the Death Star. That's pretty much what would be the Death Star. You don't have, your website doesn't have any categories. You have one category, home and shop. These are our categories right here, all the way across. My shipping information that I have on my site is bigger than your entire website. It has more information in my shipping policy than, I would say not your whole entire website. I would say all your shopping carts combined. This is what you're supposed to have in a shipping policy. So that way, the customer gets a full understanding what they're getting themselves to, what they're buying. See right there where it says the batch number for $10,000. If you violate it, we'll take you to court. Jamie's going to be the first one. It'll be the example. We also show the judge, we have this stated on our website, that we do clearly warn people that if you do violate a batch number, you can basically fine for it for $10,000, sue for $10,000. So it clearly shows that he has knowledge of this. Let's see how we package our products. How many demonstrations do you see of them showing you how they literally pack? No, they don't show you that at the end of the day. Let's see, there's about page, contact page right here. And we had something new right there. All right, let me see. Did I change my information here? Oh, yeah, new numbers in here too also. I got that all changed out. Let's go to our demo page. My goodness. Yeah. This is our demo page. You don't match our demo page at all, period. Paint on demonstrations. When you do paint on demonstrations, you stay far away from windows. I noticed that when I watch demonstrations. No windows in the environment. Always in the dark somewhere. No, you're supposed to have the lights on. You're supposed to show color patterns. You're supposed to show your contrast patterns. You're supposed to show your white levels. You literally skip the contrast altogether. I don't see any star fills. I don't see any dark contrast tests. None of that at all, period. None. You're supposed to do it when you're painting the screen, you know that, right? Contrast demonstrations right here. These are a picture slideshow. All pictures. Matter of fact, one of his pictures don't even link to his account. It goes to a blank account that there's nothing on it. So I don't know what's going on with that one, but that's a fake picture. When you click on the picture is supposed to go back to originally to where it came from. So all these pictures come from the videos that we shot. So that way, if someone clicks on the picture on the back button, and this is a Google Lens search, it comes back to our video. Link, it's good advertising. You should always link it that way. Here's what's already 720p. Now, you said your product was tested with 720p. No, all the demonstrations I've seen so far are on that 4K projector. In this demonstration, we show our customers that a 720p versus a 5,000 lumen 1080p Christie projector. Of course, the Christie projector is way over when it comes to power in this machine because the projector we're using over here is a Sony CS4. That projector is 600 by 800 720p SVGA, and the projector we use in the demonstration is 1920 by 1200 WXGA. That projector is 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200. It is way over 1,000 lumens at 5,000 versus 1,000. We can show you in the demonstration side by side where the 1,000 lumen projector is able to produce a bright enough image that it can maintain with a 5,000 lumen full-size venue projector versus a portable projector, which shows the screen can generate that much light as being, and despite being super black. Here they go. Boom, 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 boom. There's our demonstrations right there. If we tell you it works at with 720p, then we can show you that. Do you see these, Jamie? See these videos right here? So that window light making contact with my screen, you don't do these demonstrations because a gray screen would wash out automatically with that much light. Oh, we're showing some nice pretty snow over here. We're showing some contrast levels over here. 3D mapping, just skip this part. You know nothing about this whatsoever, so moving on. I've dealt with people in 3D mapping applications, visual mapping applications, and guess what? They don't use gray or white screens because they can't pick up the visual effects correctly because it requires a ton of black levels, contrast levels, and they want to do this in a fully lit environment. If they're doing this in a showroom and they want to display this, they don't want to turn into a cave because it's a showroom. They do have to show off other items in the environment, like walking into a museum and everything's in the dark. There you go. Now you get it. So you have to be in a fully lit environment when you do this, and you have to be to produce 100% contrast level. You spent $3,300 for what? For that projector? This projector cost me $60 sitting on my floor. My screen's 120 inches, and I'm using 10 times more light than you use in your environment. My projector's not calibrated. It's a U720p projector. And when my customers watch this, guess what? They can buy the same projector on eBay for under $200, ultra short throw. And you talking about you save people money. How dare you? You don't save anybody any money at all, period. Saving you hundreds. Where? Where are you saving any money at? You can't even save money. That tells you right there. If the person who made the paint can't save money, then how are you saving anybody any money? Do you see that right there, Jamie? You see that projector sitting on the floor? That's $60. That's what I paid for it. The customer, now I got mine on a good deal, is going to pay under $200 for that projector. Your screen is 100 inch, that's 120 inch. You see all that light? You see there's no dark pockets, no corners, none of that? Projector's not calibrated? Nah. That's how you do an ultra short though demonstration. They're designed to be set up like TVs. So you don't have to be in the dark, you know, with lights coming up behind the back of your screen and all that stuff right there. Yeah, Jamie probably left the room angry and upset. I'm going to make a Kenny stress pillow. So when you're angry, you can just bite it, yell at it. Ah, I hate Kenny. Get used to it. My technology's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, when you see the Alpha 1, boy, if that doesn't ruffle your feathers, definitely, it's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. That thing is going to be a monster when we get done with it. Oh, we got a heightening level 2 on it. But see, the thing about it is, doesn't make a difference how much bread you got in your pocket. You can't get one. If you can get one, if you can get one, we only make 10 of those in the entire world per month. And the policy on that one is so strict that it cuts down on people trying to make, like, some people try to get one of each one. We have people that may try to get 2 of them. Can't do that. The minute and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to giving you back your money. The minute I see someone placing, and it says right down the policy, if you place an order for 2 of them, the second refund goes back to your account automatically. Goes right back to your account. If you place the order again, we cancel both your orders. Cancel your previous order, that money gets transferred back to your account. You have to place an order next month. So if you got the opportunity to get one of them and you go order 2, you run the risk of basically getting all your money sent back to your account, and you'll have to go through the process again. So when we're in there, just get 1. That's all you need. You make your choice. There's 3 of them. There's Alpha 1, which is the one I'm getting. It's an alpha version of a black. Of a gamer, and it's an alpha version of a cinema in there. So the way it's set up, you can't go in and get around it like loopholes. People say, well, okay, he said you can only get 1 of them. So what if I just get 1 of each? No, you can't do that either. It says it right there. You can only get 1, pick which one you want, and you only get 1 of them. If you go in and you place an order, second order pops up, test me. That money would transfer back to your account. If you come back in and do it the 3rd time, I'll give you a full refund on everything. Try the 4th time, I'll ban you from the account. Simple. We do that because we're not going to have that problem with customers. I don't think so. It's companies we'll have that problem with. A company will come in and buy 1 of each one, I guarantee you. Or they'll come in and drain the cart. Now, you see that, Jamie? That's how it's done. That's how you do an ultra short throw demonstration. That's how it's done. Not sitting in the dark. I'm pointing out to him because he does a lot of ultra short throw demonstrations in the dark. Do you see the furniture I have in the environment? Do you see how it matches my screen? My screen is physically black, not gray. I see people cheating and doing gray screens and trying to pass them off as black screens. So you see how that's done? See the light? How it's making contact with the screen at all times? See right there? That's how it's done. That's how you do these demonstrations. I had one person came in and made a comment and said, oh, the reason why you can do that because your ceiling's black. You do know that's a projection screen, right? So I showed him a video of me turning it on 180-inch screen, showing the universe with my lights on while I'm staring at this screen at the same time. How embarrassing. That's why I said do research before you speak. What do we got going on here with this one right here? Do we have a contrast level going on here? Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Do we have this on? We have this on here right here. Where's my contrast level on here? I know I did contrast on here, right? Oh, we did the OLED horse on here. We did, didn't we? Yeah, we did do the OLED horse on here. Now, this projector right here has a 2000-to-1 contrast. But again, since our technology is black, it doesn't make a difference what your projector has. You will always have an over 2 million to 1. Can you imagine that? You don't have to go out and spend the money for a projector that costs you lots of money because you need to spend the money because you need a much higher contrast level. Any projector, not knockoff, keep in mind, but any projector you have that's name brand in your home right now, you can have an over 2 million to 1 contrast without spending the money. Where people have gray screens and white screens have to spend that kind of money to try to get the color black when they can only pick up shades of gray. Interesting. Interesting. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just having some fun now, people. We're done this demonstration. I'm just having fun. I'm going to load you another match or better. Match or better my 250 outside. At 250 inch, you can put one up. They're not hard to do. No, you can't do that. Just doing too much. You gotta give him something easier. Is my cat about to walk by? Yep, there he is. Give him something easier. Give him something really easy. I don't know what we can give him that's easy. 150 inch outside. You should be able to do that. That shouldn't be too hard for you to do. Nah, what's the point? Forget it. I ain't gonna bother asking. You can't do it anyway. What's the point? It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of everybody else's time. You can't do it anyway. What's the point? No point in asking for something you can't do. All right, there we go right there. There's a demonstration of that right there. Boom, we pause that right there. There's an ultra short though demonstration right there. Window ad tech technology, you don't know anything about that. Mixing poly with black paint, not the same thing, sorry. It comes up gritty, it comes up dirty, these specs, all those different specs and imperfections in the glass, and you can see it transferring through. It's garbage. Oh, here we go. This is an interesting one. This was done on a Sony VPS CS4 projector on a 106-inch screen. And if you notice, Jamie, my screen is in the window. Or for those you don't know who Jamie is, and I keep mentioning this, we're like, who the freak is Jamie? Jamie is the fellow who goes by Crow1176, who makes these fake screen paint products. And for some reason, he's got this delusion of grandeur where he thinks we are both the same person. He does the same thing we do. So every once in a while, I go through my videos and I show the people that this is what you're supposed to be looking at on websites. This is how screen paint's supposed to be displayed. When you're watching a lot of demonstrations where someone's sitting there doing demonstrations all stuck in the dark. No. With that projector, how in the world? Oh my, you don't even get me started on this ultra short demonstration. Not just him, it's a bunch of people that do that nonsense. In the dark with an ultra short projector at less than a foot away from your screen and you can't pick up? Gee whiz Louise, what did you just pay for? Gee whiz Louise. But it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Anybody who's done that, it's not really their fault, and I'll tell you why. It's really up to the projection screen industry. It's their fault because they don't tell you as you're watching this projector and you're watching all this stuff go on that you really think you're going to be able to duplicate the same thing when you get home. They never tell you what kind of screen they're using in the demonstration. That you don't know. That becomes a problem because, again, they're probably using an extremely expensive ultra short though screen in there. Something that's way beyond a lot of people's pocketbooks at the end of the day, or wallets, or whatever way you want to call it. But as I said before, what are we on here for? What you call? I forgot we're doing this in a stream, aren't we? Yeah, we're in a stream for this one. Yeah. But there are a lot of people, like I said, don't realize that when they do those demonstrations on their high-end projectors, they got very top high-end screens in there. There's no way in the world you're going to be to achieve that unless you actually have that same screen or higher. That's what's going to happen. That's why when you watch demonstrations, no one's matching the promo demonstrations because they don't have the screen. Now, if you got somebody in there that does have a $5,000 screen, guess what? They're going to pick up. They're going to do exactly what the promo's doing because they have a $5,000 or $3,000 projection screen. That's why they can do it. Same thing right back and forth. If you basically go buy screen paint and are using a high-end projector, the projector's doing all the work. That's why we use such low caliper projectors. Let me see. But these are the demonstrations you're supposed to be seeing. Anytime you go in and you basically are buying screen paint or projection screen, you want to make sure you can use it in a fully lit environment. And that's why these demonstrations with all this light is extremely important. If you're watching demonstrations of someone shrouded in darkness, no, that's not good. Because that means that's where you're going to be at. If you take that gray screen paint, whatever that house paint mess is, and you stick that sucker in this environment, it's going to wash out. That's why they have them in the dark all the time. I knew that when I was making this stuff. I bet you all the snow washed away. I hope it didn't. I'm going to go outside and blame the snow. Are we loading here? What's going on? Okay. Man. Supposed to use your projectors in fully lit environments. You're not supposed to be sitting in the dark. Look at this. Now, Fernando, see right here? See how my windows are open here? See how my screen's right here? See how light's passing back and forth? See how this screen's sitting in the window? That's what you have to be to show off. Your product can't survive in that area. In this area right here, we can change anything you want. We can put snowstorms up. I can switch over to heavy contrast levels, anything I want. I can throw any certified screen in there, it won't pass. Any screen paint product, it won't pass. Projector we got here, 270 bucks. Projector we have over top, $150. That's it. 127 inch 1610, 106 inch wallpaper. When I sit in that room, I'm supposed to be to see that screen correctly and turn and look at that screen at the same time. Without no problems, without no washout. See that 100% contrast level picking up in the background? That's how real screen paint works. And I can do this all on 720p projectors in an environment that projectors that cost me nothing at the end of the day. This is how you do a demonstration. At the end of the day, the customer does not want to spend a lot of money for a projector. They don't want to calibrate. They don't want to spend hours painting a screen. They do not want to be in the dark. End of story. They don't want to be in the dark. They want the option to choose whether I can have my lights on or off. That's what they want. They do not want to treat their environment like a cave. You see this scenario? This is not a dedicated theater room. This is a living room. It's not designed to be a cave, and customers don't want that. They don't want to change their environment. When a customer is decorating, he or she is decorating their living room, the first thing doesn't come to mind, let me turn it into a medieval dungeon. That doesn't come to mind. They want something with a lot of light. You have to be to design technology where the customer does not have to change their environment. If you do demonstrations constantly in the dark, then guess where they're going to have to be at? They're going to have to change their environment to accommodate your screen because your screen can't produce in a fully lit environment. This demonstration by itself, this one demonstration by itself, can outperform all your demonstrations combined, even your customers. This is what you have to be able to show your customers at the end of the day. This is what you have to prove to them at the end of the day. Your product works. It's not about proving anything to me. When I do these demonstrations, it's not about proving to you. Your product doesn't work. I can't base my technology off you. Your stuff doesn't work. It's house paint. What credibility would I be getting off of that? Now, that's why we do the certifies, because my technology comes off being able to shut down the data. We have a screen paint that can physically take on a certified projection screen and win. Your stuff doesn't have any tests behind it. If your product was had a certified screen status and it had a ton of crazy tests underneath of it, then this will be worth something for us to go in and go, oh, yeah, we took that down, so and so and so. Because, it had rigorous testing. With this, we had to follow every test to the book to try to take this thing down. That would be a challenge for me. But there is no challenge underneath your product. You can't even complete this today. So where would be my challenge? We just do these demonstrations because, like I said, when I first started my company, my first business was never about you at the end of the day. You didn't exist. We didn't even know who you guys were. Our main goal was to go after screens that were charging too much money as in certified technology because, again, I didn't want to spend $3,000 for a Grey Wolf. That's why I developed this stuff. We're blessed to have this stuff. It was nothing to do with you guys. You just, on our trip, our destiny, traveling to where we needed to go to take out the head honcho, which is the Black Diamond. It's kind of, I'm make a story out of this. It'd be kind of cool to take out Diamond technology because, again, we just didn't like the way Diamond treated us. And I respect the technology. I respect the man that designed it and all that stuff like that. But still, I just don't like the way you just did things. I still don't like that. So that's why I engineered all my tech to basically wipe your screens out. That's what they're designed for. If you can't beat a Black Diamond, you can't take this technology down. If you can't take out half the certified screen that this screen can go through, you can't take it down. If you can't do the same environments that we're on right now, you can't take this screen down. You are not in our category anywhere. But in the process of traveling, of taking down certified screens to see what our technology can do to get to the main screen we wanted to take out is Diamond technology, take out all the tech, which you never got a chance because, again, the guidelines here and there and attorneys and blah, blah, blah. We already had one conflict in 2016. So anyway, you just happened to cross the street when we were traveling through and we just flatlined you. That's what we did. We didn't go bother the back to see what we hit or what we ran over. We hit some roadkill. Let's move on. That's how we treat you at the end of the day because you really don't show anything. Now, let's say your product has some real serious tests to back it up. You know how we would have seen you as we were traveling around? We would have seen a wall pop up. I'm like, what the freak is this? We don't remember seeing this on the path. Oh, this is a wall made by Crow. Man, it's got some really interesting testing, just that and the other. This may be a challenge for us. Okay, let's unpack. Let's get ready. Let's set up and let's see what this thing has. No, you didn't give us that challenge. We ran over you like roadkill. But you're still back there crying and whining in the street. You're not showing me nothing. This is what you have to show. Certified technology has this capability. It can do this. You don't have that capability. That's why when I watch demonstrations on Knox and on Goose screens, I watch the entire environment to see how the screen is reacting in that environment. And if I don't see what we have over here, it's not worth our time. Now, my biggest mistake I make here, I got to stop entertaining you. That's my problem. I do entertain you quite a lot. I think more of these is just to embarrass you, but I think I entertain you too much. And that's where I got to stop doing that. No, you got to stop doing that. Because I don't want people at the end of the day thinking that, oh, you got to get that out of your head. We're not like you, man. Where you getting this from? Where you getting this from? Look at that. Do you see that, Jamie? Do you see that? Jamie, as I said before, for those I'm saying, I mentioned Jamie. Jamie is a fellow who makes screen paint products. Crow 1176 for some reason thinks he does the same thing we do. Do you see this? Do you see that demonstration right there? Do you see how black that background is? Do you see that dog pushing through? See over here where we have the demonstration with the one with the black makeup. You see that image point through and all that light? Look at my furniture and environment. That's all black. It's matching the screens perfectly. That's how it's done. If you can't show me your product on this level, you are a waste of my time. And I've already wasted enough time just talking about you. That even makes it even worse. All right. So that's my reality call right there for myself. Why am I entertaining you? Because you are not on my level. Why am I reminding you? Because you're not on my level. Why do you even take the time to look over and go, you're not on my level? This is my last message to you. After that, you'll be getting some documents sent to your address to get ready for court. And you're going to have a hard time trying to prove my technology comes out so undark you can't see it. All these test demonstrations we have under our products, yeah, good luck with the judge. I'm like, yeah, his products come up dark, you can't see them. Yeah, here you go. And I got tons of customers and companies behind me on top of that. And again, my track record on PayPal, the 2.0 doesn't have one return. Not one. Mind you, came out of a 5-gallon container, which means if you came up that way, anybody in that 5-gallon container would have came up the same way too. You're going to lose that case. You're going to lose that court case. I'll tell you right now. And you're going to pay me 10 grand. Now, if we go to civil court, you're going to have to prove that my product came up looking like that black paint you were displaying. And if you can't prove that, that's another $150,000 slammed against you. What goes on between you and the post office, if you're found guilty over there, once they do the investigation, you're looking at 10 to 20 years in jail and up to $2 million in fines per each offense. All right, you got to get back to work. We got the blacklist is already finished. That's done. That's the last we got to do. And I'm not putting anything else on there of you on there. We're done. You got enough on there as it is. You and the other 3 jokers. I was going to say, we're just going to do some other stuff, like some reviews on some projectors. I'm going to buy some more knockoffs. We're going to get a lot of knockoff projectors. We're going to be buying a lot of knockoffs because, again, I want to keep people in the loop, or don't stay away from these things. They don't work. Let's do some outside knockoff projectors. Like I said, I'm looking at different places while I'm down here. I'm looking at now. I want something with a backyard. I need something with a backyard because I have to be to do testing outside. So now I'm looking at something I can get a flat level bottom with a backyard. So I'm looking around. But other than that, I'm enjoying my stay here. I get a chance to test some new stuff. I got all my paperwork done, so I'm so happy about that. That's what I did with the time, Jamie, while I was here with my family. I got a ton of paperwork done, which you don't have because, again, I keep bringing this up. You don't pay taxes. Nor do you have a license to sell in the state of California. Oh, I forgot about that too. I got to contact them too, because I need to make sure all that's all together because I need permits. Can't go out in the park and advertise it. Mess around, get in trouble for that one. You have to show that you have a permit or a light. You have to show you have a license for your company, and you have to show those permits. And you can't get the permit without the license. You can't get the license without the EIN number and the DBA. You need an EIN number if you're going to be filing for taxes. Yeah. It all goes hand in hand. Oh, I forgot about that too. And also too, I'm not going to request. It's the point of requesting your safety return with data sheets. You don't have it. That's pointless. I catch myself times. I was like, after the video, it's like, why in the world would you even ask that? You know he doesn't have it. It's a waste of time. I don't got time to be following up on that nonsense. This is literally what's going through my head when I come off camera. We know he can't do this at the end of the day. Why even bother? Because if you ever got a license, you would know at the end of the day, you need 2 things to do that. You need a DBA and you need an EIN to do that. As a request is on the form. And make sure you get whatever you write on there correct, because you do not want to make mistakes in that area. Knowing this guy, because he's all about show, he'll probably put in there and say he's a corporation. Do you have any idea how much paperwork and what you have to show at the end of the day to show that you are actually a physical corporation? It is madness. And they will bring you in for questioning, because I brought me in a question on the EIN. One time I made a mistake, and I didn't know what I was putting in, and I think I put that I had employees. They actually called me in on that. They brought me down to the IRS for that questioned me about basically my application. They wanted to know if I had employees and how come I wasn't reporting the earnings. Yeah, you better fill that out correctly. If you don't know what something means in there, Google it and look through it, because I went through a dozen areas in Google. I had a few people that I know that basically have filed for these things, and I asked them questions like, what's this and what that means, and so on and so forth. If you think you're going to skim through that and try to get something like, I'm going to get a, Jamie works this way, I'm going to get a corporate license, I can show him, don't do that. Don't do dumb stuff like that. He'll do something to try to outstage me. Oh, he has I'll get a corporate license. Yeah. They're going to question you, asking what you have on your yearly earnings and what have you reported. Corporations usually have to report, like, if you're using vehicles or renting out spaces and stuff like that, stuff like that you're going to be using on an everyday basis. Most are going to ask you what your fuel, how much you pay for fuel, what you're writing off, this, that, and the other, what you're donating, stuff like that. Oh, I forgot about that too. So if you donate stuff, that's also considered to be tax breaks. On top of that, I'm kind of researching all that stuff now. Some people give away large amounts of money for donations because of better tax breaks. They'll do that. Things for charity, for tax breaks and stuff like that. If you're going to give the charity, give the charity. Don't do it because it serves the purpose to do something to basically lighten your weight, lighten the weight on your pockets, because you don't pay less taxes. That doesn't even sound right at the end of the day. All right, well, let me see. We're done here. I got orders to pack up. We're doing gallons this week. Actually, no, we're doing a couple quarts, them 24s, and we're doing a couple of gallons. Ugh. This is what we're doing. These big boys. Yeah! These are the Black Series outdoors that come in gallons. We're doing about 5 of those. So, as I told you before, that all the stuff that you do doesn't take anything off my table. It doesn't. My table's always going to stay blessed as long as I do what I'm supposed to do. Provide a good product to our customers. Do the testing. And I don't do the testing. People think, oh, you do the testing because you're sure. No, I do the testing because I use this stuff in my house 24/7. This is a product that I use every single day. So it has to work. It has to be good. I can't be sitting in some environment, some dark. I'm not changing out my environment for a screen. If that's the case, I might just go buy a TV. There's no way in the world to darken my environment for a screen. If it don't work, then I'm not dealing with it. And I wouldn't want my customers to deal with it either. No way in the world me sitting in the dark. I turn on my lights. I'm afraid the screen's gonna wash out. That's pish posh. Pish posh. Pish posh. All right, we're finished. I'm done. I'm gonna get something to eat and relax. Christmas sale ends on the 26th. Those of you who took advantage of the sale, enjoy. You'll be getting tracking numbers all this week, and we'll be shipping out all this week, so you'll all be good to go. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.